My name is Chythlook. The communities that I'm a part of, first off, is originally from the Bristol Bay area. I grew up in Dillingham, Alaska. I still make it out there every summer. My folks live out there. Our family has been in that neck of the woods for quite a while. I'm a Tumumta Fellow at the University of Alaska Fairbanks, graduate student there, getting my interdisciplinary master's degree. My work is focused around resource management and, most importantly, representation in decision-making spaces. My work with the Tumumta Fellowship right now is going to be focusing on data sovereignty. I have been inspired through frustration in the regulatory process. We are always having to follow the definitions that were created for our communities and tribes by state and federal agencies and departments. Subsistence is a really good example. The state has a definition that is very objective. It's a calorie exchange with some opportunities to do and participate in an act, and it doesn't explain anything about the Indigenous way of life. There's no soul or passion behind the explanation of the definition. Relationality to place, and it's very generalized. So what I'm looking forward to with my existing and future work is allowing opportunities for our communities and community members and leaders to define for themselves the importance of our Indigenous way of life and how our values and principles should engage and interact and lead decisions around policy and regulatory. The experience has been really good so far. So my interest in fisheries, governance, and management, I was pretty excited about the NOAA folks and different line offices that we had an opportunity to meet with. My reasoning for applying was to have an opportunity to come down here and just share thoughts, feelings, frustrations. We have a very unique opportunity to have one-on-one time with senior advisors, with directors of offices. I was really hoping to get an opportunity to share my issues and concerns. I was really hoping to get an opportunity to hear feedback about what are some of the barriers, what are some of the gaps. And it was noted during this trip here about some of the blind spots that the tribes, consortia, the fellowships, the whatever, us as Indigenous advocates can continue to look at, advocate, and fill those blind spots and gaps with our own Indigenous perspective and knowledge based on our own information, not somebody else's like the university or other agency or department staff that are not Indigenous. We've had really good opportunity with NOAA, EPA, NSF, science communications specialists down here, and it's definitely been completely worthwhile in my opinion. I'm really looking forward to the follow-ups and continuing to build off of the relationships that were made because of this fellowship, because of the opportunity that ARCUS has been, very intentional with getting us involved with people that are relatively high up in decision making, number one. But honestly, a lot of the agencies reached out to ARCUS once the call of the Arctic Indigenous Fellowship was announced, because I think even they recognize this is a really good opportunity to meet with Indigenous fellows, scholars, about issues and concerns that they have in their portfolios, and maybe get a little bit of ground truthing, I hope, with some of my thought and expectation. And honestly, I feel that way, that through whether it's mutual frustration or having an opportunity to have broader and more in-depth conversations about certain issues and concerns that are near and dear to all of our hearts. We have had a lot of good chance to sit down and have real conversations. I think the most meaningful engagement that I've had so far actually has been with Zach Penny. That was definitely one of the most meaningful times here, because we can relate a little bit to one another about those thoughts and feelings about talking into the void when we're sharing our perspectives and our Indigenous values. So it's meetings like this that we have an opportunity to see examples of best practices by leadership that have been in the trenches, have been getting their butts kicked, understand our frustrations, and can give us very meaningful feedback and guidance on best practices learned and opportunities to kind of build relationships and hopefully collaborate more in the future. I think one of the biggest bits of information that I will bring back to our home communities and all the different things that I'm working on. Again, we hear this time and time again, but it's the reiteration of how important it is to participate in all of these different processes. Our conversations with folks from NOAA, some of the best bits of information that I got regarding the importance of participation and representation is to, again, continue to bring our issues and concerns to the forefront, but also build community around the issues and concerns that we have in the Arctic. We want to build representation, and within that representation, solidarity. So when we're dealing with issues and concerns that are difficult in difficult spaces, we have more allyship and better representation. So I think that's probably the biggest message that I'm going to bring home. For me, this was a very awesome learning experience. I think learning and understanding the limitations and learning more and more about how to contribute and participate meaningfully in decision making was a really, really important part of this trip for me. And just meeting people, again, seeing that all of these names that we see in organization charts are just people looking to do good work. Everybody is very passionate here. It's important to represent the passion from our communities in these decision-making spaces so that when the time comes to have influence, we're here. We're very actively engaged, and we continue to move the needle in the directions that we see fit, that our communities see fit, and are reflective of our interests and concerns.